Okay, let's face it. You probably know the feeling. Bills piling up, statements needing filing,
Hmm.
just that constant flow of important stuff hitting your mailbox, your inbox,
Yeah, the day.
day in, day
And
out.
it seems simple enough, right? But, well, have you ever thought about what it takes for big organizations? I mean, especially in really strict areas like healthcare, insurance, maybe automotive, government.
Oh, the scale is just immense.
Exactly. Managing millions of these critical documents. It's a whole different ball game than just handling your own mail.
It absolutely is. And that kind of hidden complexity, that's what we're really digging into today,
Right.
because there's this growing trend you see. These organizations, the ones facing the tightest regulations, they're increasingly, well, handing over their transactional print and mail
Outsourcing it.
to specialized partners. Exactly.
Yeah, and to figure out why, we've been looking at this ebook from Wolverine Solutions Group. I mean, this is their world.
They live and breathe this stuff. So our mission for this deep dive, it's to get past the obvious reasons, uncover the surprising details, the real benefits, maybe even the necessities behind outsourcing this seemingly simple function.
And a good starting point, actually, is something everyone experiences. Mail volume fluctuates wildly sometimes.
Hmm. Like your own mailbox, right? Some days, almost nothing. Others, it's jammed full.
Exactly. Now, picture trying to staff a whole department for that, for a company sending out like massive amounts daily, but also with huge seasonal peaks.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a nightmare. You'd either have people sitting around doing nothing during slow times,
Wasting money.
or you're scrambling like mad to find and train temps when it gets busy, which I imagine isn't great for getting things right or keeping customers happy.
That's hitting the nail on the head. It's the first big challenge the ebook mentions, labor, and Wolverine's approach. It's all about adaptable workforce solutions.
Adaptable how?
Well, they can scale their teams up or down
Yeah.
quickly to match whatever the client's mailing volume is at that moment.
Ah, okay. So you always have the right number of trained people.
That's the goal. No overstaffing, no understaffing, just that constant adjustment. And the client doesn't have the hiring and firing headache.
And it's not just about numbers, is it? I mean, we're talking about industries where mistakes can be really bad.
Precisely. The training is key, and the ebook stresses this. It's not just like how to run the machines.
It's the rules.
Yes, deep understanding of compliance. For healthcare, think IPA. For insurance, automotive, government, they all have specific, strict rules.
Right. Get medical billing wrong or violate privacy.
Yeah.
Huge repercussions.
Exactly. So that specialized training aims to ensure every single piece is handled correctly, according to those specific industry regulations.
So outsourcing isn't just getting rid of the physical work. It's like shedding the whole admin burden, too.
Totally. Recruitment, payroll, benefits, and yeah, crucially, keeping up with all those shifting compliance rules.
That's got to be a massive weight off their shoulders.
It really is. Now, think about what enables the mail in the first place. The actual supplies.
Supply chain. Paper, envelopes, ink.
Stuff we don't often think about, but it's critical. If that flow gets disrupted, you've got delays, higher costs, inefficiency.
Especially bad if it's time-sensitive stuff like benefit notices or medical results.
You got it. Imagine a government agency just unable to send out critical information because they couldn't get envelopes.
Yeah, that's a chain reaction. Delays, costs spike, efficiency tanks. You can see why that's a huge worry, especially where timely communication is everything.
Right. So Wolverine's strategy, as outlined in the ebook, involves diversifying their suppliers.
Not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Exactly. They don't rely on just one source for paper or envelopes. It builds in a buffer against, say, market volatility or one supplier having issues. It's risk management.
Makes sense. They're actively ensuring the paper shows up, not just hoping. And I bet being big helps them get better prices.
Absolutely. Their sheer volume gives them negotiating power, better terms with suppliers, and importantly, those savings can get passed along to clients.
Economies of scale.
That's it. Plus, they use technology for real-time tracking of all this stuff. Materials, inventory, orders, gives transparency and control.
Which are probably reassuring for clients. And speaking of costs, you mentioned better terms, but the ebook also talks about paper and envelope prices just going up.
Yeah, that's a major current challenge. For anyone mailing in high volume, even small increases per piece add up incredibly fast. It can really hit the budget hard.
Ouch. Like an insurance company sending millions of renewals. A few cents per envelope. That's real money.
Big money. So how does outsourcing help there? Well, partly it's that strategic purchasing power we mentioned, locking in better prices with long-term deals.
Okay, buying smart. But you said there was more.
Yeah, it's also about how they use the materials, innovation, efficient printing techniques to cut down waste. They're even exploring more sustainable options, which can sometimes save money too.
So smart sourcing and smart usage. Got it. Now, what if a company tried to do all this printing and mailing itself? The equipment must be pretty intense, not your office printer.
Oh, definitely not. We're talking serious industrial gear, high-speed printers, automated inserters, folders, sorters. It's a massive capital investment up front.
And then you've got to maintain it, fix it.
Right. Plus, the risk that your super expensive machine becomes obsolete, like way faster than you expected. Technology moves fast.
Sounds like a constant drain. Money, time, resource.
And that's another key area where outsourcing really shines. Wolverine details their facility. It's state-of-the-art. High-speed inkjet, both web and sheet-fed. Designed for letters, postcards, complex self-mailers.
Sounds powerful. What kind of volume can they handle?
Get this. Over 3 million printed impressions a day.
Wow.
And on the inserting and mailing side, they can process up to 2 million pieces daily. Their inserters alone, up to 28,000 pages an hour. And they can handle different paper inputs, rolls, or sheets. Very flexible.
Okay, so outsourcing just completely removes that massive capital outlay
Yeah.
and the ongoing maintenance headaches and obsolescence risk.
Exactly. It just lifts that whole financial and operational burden. Huge.
Right. Now, another big thing changing everything is digital. We're all getting more stuff electronically, less actual paper mail. How does that play into this?
It's a really interesting dynamic, isn't it? Because, yes, overall mail volume might be shrinking.
But it's not gone, especially not for the important regulated stuff we keep talking about.
Precisely. So companies need a way to handle both, physical and digital, effectively.
That's something these outsource providers do, blend the two.
That's a crucial part of Wolverine's offering, according to the ebook. They integrate digital and traditional channels seamlessly.
So the client can choose email alert with a secure link or physical letter, whatever works best.
Exactly. Reach customers the way they prefer or the way that's required. And their operations are built to scale either way. If physical mail dips and digital spikes, or vice versa, they adjust. Keeps it cost-effective.
That flexibility must be key.
It is. And they also mention specialized stuff like printing checks, negotiable documents require intense security, or complex self-mailers. Tricky stuff.
But they still have the heavy-duty traditional mail capacity, too.
Oh, yeah. The advanced printers and inserters are still a core strength, even with digital growing.
Okay, so let's dig into that digital side more. Electronic delivery, payment presentment, that's what people increasingly expect, right? For convenience.
Absolutely. We all do it. Check bank statements online, pay bills via an app or website. It's just easier for many things.
Faster, maybe more secure if done right.
Definitely more convenient for a lot of people. So yeah, companies need to offer that.
So how does a company like Wolverine, maybe with roots in print, handle that?
They've built it into their services. Secure, flexible electronic delivery options for statements, policy updates, you name it.
And the payment side, online bill pay.
Yes, electronic payment presentment lets customers view bills online, pay through different digital methods.
And security, again, must be absolutely paramount there. We're talking financial data, personal info.
Top priority. The ebook really underscores that. Advanced cybersecurity tech to protect data, both when it's sent and when it's stored.
Okay, so they're not just print anymore. They're embracing digital, but with a heavy focus on keeping it safe. Good. Now, shifting slightly. Compliance, we touched on it, but the ebook really dives deep. Sounds like a minefield.
It really can be. Data protection rules, privacy laws like HIPAA or GDPR, industry-specific mandates, they're complex and they're always changing.
And getting it wrong. Big fines, damaged reputation.
Exactly. The stakes are incredibly high and non-compliance is just not an option.
So how does outsourcing help companies stay on the straight and narrow here?
Well, Wolverine talks about their comprehensive compliance programs, and crucially, they're dynamic. They have dedicated experts just monitoring regulations.
Constantly watching for changes.
All the time. And then implementing updates to processes, technology, everything to stay current. Their tech itself has compliance built in, encrypted communications, secure data handling, that sort of thing.
Wow. Having a team just focused on that must be an enormous relief for companies.
You'd think so.
Right.
And they even offer consultancy services, helping clients design their communication processes to be compliant right from the start.
Taking a proactive approach.
Exactly, not just reacting when a rule changes.
Very valuable. Okay, building on that protection theme, Data security itself, not just compliance, but actually protecting the data from breaches, theft.
Absolutely critical. Non-negotiable, really. It's about operational integrity, customer trust, everything.
So what kind of security layers does a provider like Wolverine put in place?
They describe a multi-layered framework, physical security for their facilities, access control,
Locks and guards?
that kind of thing, yes. But also electronic safeguards, state-of-the-art encryption for data moving back and forth, advanced cybersecurity for storage, firewalls, intrusion detection, regular audits.
Sounds comprehensive.
Hmm.
What about the human element? The people handling the data?
Good point. They mention strict access controls only authorize people see specific data, thorough background checks for employees, and ongoing security awareness training, trying to cover all the bases.
Right. That level of security focus must give clients significant peace of mind. Now, okay, the mail is processed securely. It goes out. How do clients keep track of it all? You mentioned technology earlier, something about a dashboard.
Yes, client-facing dashboard technology, because transparency is really important in transactional mail. Clients need visibility.
Helps them manage things, answer customer questions.
Exactly. Improves efficiency, keeps customers happier if you can tell them where their statement is.
So what does this dashboard, Wolverine Connect, actually let clients do?
A lot, actually. They can log in securely and monitor incoming file counts, see how much data they've sent over. They can proof jobs online, check the document before it prints.
Approve it digitally?
Yep. Check the real-time status. Is it printing, inserting, mailed, and get detailed mail tracking.
Tracking, like in the postal system.
Yes, using those intelligent mail barcodes, they
Yeah.
integrate with the USPS tracking system so you can see where it is on its journey.
That's way beyond just dropping letters in a mailbox. That's real insight.
It is. And the ebook stresses it's user-friendly. You don't need to be a tech wizard to use it. Puts key info at their fingertips, helps communication with the support team, too.
Speaking of support,
Yeah.
the ebook details a pretty comprehensive structure there, too. Sounds like more than just a call center.
It does. They frame it as needing support that covers everything from strategic planning down to technical troubleshooting and compliance help. It's broader than just fixing immediate problems.
So more like a partnership.
That seems to be the idea. They assign a dedicated team to each client.
All team.
Yeah, usually an account executive for the big picture strategy, an account manager for day-to-day operations, project management liaisons for execution, a client service rep for quick questions, even assigned IT staff for technical stuff.
Yeah, that's extensive. So multiple points of contact depending on the need.
That's the goal. Strategic oversight, daily management, technical help, all covered with clear communication lines, ensures things run smoothly, proactively.
Okay, people, tech, security support. Covered. But what about one of the biggest ongoing costs? Postage? How does outsourcing help there?
Ah, yes. Postage is huge. And that's where specialized postal expertise really pays off. Wolverine highlights their deep understanding of USPS regulations, which are complex and change often.
They're constantly watching rates and discount programs.
Exactly. Knowledge is key to maximizing savings. They're not just sticking stamps on, they're strategizing the most cost-effective delivery.
How do they do that?
They use sophisticated presorting software and hardware, grouping mail to hit bulk rate thresholds. They also consolidate mail from different clients sometimes to reach those volumes.
Smart, getting those lower rates.
Yes. And they actively look for and use USPS promotions and discounts that maybe an in-house team wouldn't even know about or have time for.
And that dashboard shows the savings.
Yep. Wolverine Connect provides detailed reports on postage costs and exactly how much was saved through their strategies. Makes it transparent.
Accountable. I like that. Okay, bringing it all together. The last big piece seems to be automation, using automated workflows for efficiency. Sounds like the engine driving it all.
It really is. Automation is vital. Streamlines everything, cuts down errors, speeds up the whole process dramatically.
What kind of automation are we talking about?
Pretty much end-to-end. Data processing, cleaning up addresses, document prep, formatting, high-speed printing, obviously. Automated inserting, putting multiple pieces in one envelope accurately. Intelligent sorting for postage discounts.
Some super fast inserters you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. 28,000 pages an hour. Huge throughput. Plus, intelligent software tracks every single mail piece through the whole cycle. Real-time management.
So automation isn't just speed, it's accuracy and cost savings.
Precisely. Less manual labor needed, better use of materials, fewer mistakes, which avoids costly reprints or compliance issues. It all adds up to significant cost effectiveness.
And they keep updating this automation.
Yes, the ebook mentions a commitment to continuous improvement, always looking at the latest tech advancements in mail automation.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. We've gone through a lot. It seems there are tons of reasons why organizations, especially in those regulated fields, are outsourcing print and mail.
Definitely. We covered tackling those tricky labor fluctuations,
Managing supply chain risks, controlling rising costs for paper and envelopes,
avoiding those huge equipment investments and upkeep,
adapting to that digital shift while still handling paper mail efficiently,
ensuring complex compliance, keeping data incredibly secure.
providing transparency with that cool dashboard tech, offering really deep support,
Maximizing those often missed postage savings.
and using automation to make it all faster and more accurate.
Hmm.
Ooh.
It really paints a picture, doesn't it? For companies where getting it right, efficiently, and compliantly isn't just nice to have, it's essential. Outsourcing to a specialist like Wolverine just seems to offer some pretty significant tangible advantages.
Yeah.
It impacts the bottom line, operational effectiveness.
So listening to all this, thinking about all those hidden complexities we talked about, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Hmm.
What parts of your own organization's processes, maybe things that seem simple on the surface, are actually way more involved or costly than they look?
That's a great question.
Could it be time, to maybe look at a different way to handle these critical communications?
It's definitely food for thought. And if anyone listening is thinking about it and wants to explore transactional print and mail outsourcing further,
How can they find Wolverine Solutions Group?
sure. They're located at 1601 Clay Street, Detroit, Michigan, 48211-1902. The website is simple, www.wolverinemail.com.
WolverineMail.com.
Got it. And there's an email, too, sales@wolverinemail.com.